Welcome, everyone. Last week, we did a teardown of Spotify Wrapped. We tried to understand what's the secret sauce there and, what really makes it work and how should other apps think about it. And we ended the session thinking about prototyping it ourselves, just picking any app and which doesn't have a wrapped and try to see what a wrapped experience would look like for that app. And because we recently reviewed Ladder, and as far as the last I checked, I did not have a wrapped experience. So we just thought it would be good to build it here live. I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we have been talking about these improvements, and I think sometimes show than tell.
Yeah.
I think we're just
Yeah.
here to show what we think the improvements are. Maybe that's something we learn when we actually
Yeah.
execute versus just talking
Yeah.
about. So I'm just curious to
Exactly.
see that.
Great. So, Sumanth, you want to jump into
Yeah,
it directly or spend some time thinking through it? What do
yeah,
you
yeah.
think?
I'd say to jump into it, we'll have to start with the whimsical.
Yeah.
Like even get the context and stuff in one place. I'm just gonna open up the board we used last time, Spotify Wrap,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we can try to let's go. Okay, so yeah, also we can role play this as
Okay.
and we are no engineers, so we're gonna build a prototype ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and yeah, we are coincidentally cool.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
so we have this.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we did the wrap, this is what we followed, and let me know if we missed
Mm-hmm.
anything. So
Mm-hmm.
we have some goals. So what is the goal for the wrap? Is it to for existing users, for user conversion, for example, Strava paywalls, Spotify Wrapped,
Mm-hmm.
they convert a lot of their free users to paid. So we'll have to define those goals. And what are the actions that people would feel like they're proud of? They feel like it's a shareable moment or it's like quirky thingy. So we'll
Yeah.
have to figure these things
Yeah.
out for that particular app for
Yeah.
Ladder.
Yeah.
Then we do the prototyping, which include the design system. We have Claude Code, we
Mm-hmm.
have Loveable. We
Mm-hmm.
use some inspirations, like we finalize it,
Awesome.
right?
Great.
So, all right.
Great.
That's
Yeah.
what do you think the goals are? Or
I think we as the growth team set the goals. In the case of Spotify, they have two goals, right? Like it's definitely still an acquisition play, but it's
yeah,
also an engagement play. I I was thinking in the case of Ladder, acquisition makes sense because you create a shareable experience and that can bring in more users, but perhaps we could think about the monetization as well. Like this could be a way to get users to upgrade to a new plan and set goals at the end of wrap. So yeah,
okay,
we
okay. The
most
only
likely targeting users who are already engaged. So makes sense to
okay.
yeah, deepen the
So
monetization.
I feel like ladder is a hard paywall.
It's a freemium and a very easy, low friction. You can even try the app without entering a credit card, but after 7 days, you need to enter your credit card. Uh,
Right. So
from
help me understand this. If it's not freemium, then it is low friction sign up for free trial,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
not premium. In the sense like
yes,
there's no
yes.
value for free users at this point. Okay. So then
Mhm.
our goal is for monetization for engaged users. They should be a paid user by then. So what
Yeah,
do we want them to do?
upgrade to a newer plan, upgrade to a higher tier because
Your 1 year basically length can increase
mm,
from monthly to
yeah,
yearly because
yeah,
I don't think they have any tiers in subscription. It's just one
yeah,
subscription.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just one subscription.
Okay.
Um, Other
Renewals
than
might
that,
be a yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, renewals. Right.
exactly. Renewals could also be in and of
Mm,
itself, even if you don't end the goal
mm.
setting with a paywall, that itself, even if it doesn't lead to engagement, it is a renewal strategy. Just setting goals will make you more likely to keep your subscription next year.
Makes sense. And then like
Yeah.
I would add to this that because it's a very social heavy app, maybe referrals
Mm-hmm.
would be a goal. Referral
Mm-hmm.
acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
So basically like people yeah, essentially like hopefully the shareability of this is good enough that it gets more users in.
Yeah. In terms of referrals, how are you thinking about this goal? Are you thinking about this in terms of a currency, or are you thinking about referrals in terms of Yeah, it's just a shared loop. So it's
Hmm.
gonna, get more users. Maybe the sharing won't just be on social platforms, but on private chat groups also. Hey, this is what I achieved. Why don't you try it? How are
Correct,
you
correct.
thinking about
I'm thinking of the users acquired via the channel of
it?
equal to referrals.
Mm,
So in a way, not exactly the normal referrals, but essentially any friend
mm.
through which they come in as a referral.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't say this because it's a position as a social app. It
yeah,
leverages social in a big way from a cohort-based thinking.
yeah.
It makes sense for the wrap to have that DNA or the goal as well, because that would be the goal in general. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So now with this goal, I'm also trying to get some context, some other
Hmm.
context of ladder that we might have forgotten. It's
Mm,
a workout plan each week. I also know that the ladder was cohort based,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm thinking this is outside of the scope of wrap maybe, but they might have a cohort for New Year resolution.
Mm,
And that could be
mm,
the reason why new users also come to it, because they're gonna have a New Year resolution. I mean, it's basically a New Year thingy, New Year, New you
yeah,
sort of thing. So
yeah,
okay,
maybe.
okay, I'll keep these things
Yeah.
in just in the head, the heart.
Mm,
All right. So I think goals wise we have sorted. Maybe we have some context as well. And
yeah,
what are the actions in ladder which are maybe core actions that we want to be, people want to share or people want to feel like there's a good insight there. I'll give an
yeah.
example. Maybe I'll put the inspirations or examples that I remember, and you can
Mm,
add to this. On
yeah,
Spotify, it was song minutes.
yeah.
Artists top percent listeners of certain
Mm.
artists. Anything else that stood out that felt like, oh wow, this is awesome?
I will take a step back and put this into a framework which we saw in the case of Spotify, which
Mm-hmm.
was like three things like, congratulate the user,
All right.
then give them an insight and non obvious insight, and then make them feel belonging. Maybe the actions then fall under these goals elements which make it good. So maybe for this session, we just build on this framework. And of course, we can adapt and iterate on it. But yeah, as a first round, maybe we think about what actions help congratulate the user. And I think what you mentioned earlier fit into that, right? Like number of workouts, etc. But then what are some ways to reveal unique insights as well?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. That makes so much
Yeah.
sense. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Uh, all right. Congratulate.
Yeah.
I'll just put these down. Reveal unique
Mm.
insights. Create belonging. That's correct. Create belonging. It's the social, I believe, top
Yeah.
3%. Okay.
Top three.
Enable a social action. Enable.
Yeah.
Yeah. This makes sense to go with it because based on our goals, it
Yeah.
aligns with what 45 Act wants. As also achieved. Yeah.
I would probably think the last one, which is enable social action, which in the case of Spotify was you either share it with friends or start a Spotify party, where the goal was deepen the engagement. Uh, because we're adapting the goals a little bit for ladder, maybe we need another action or modify this one. Maybe we need an action around goal setting, right?
Okay. Fair. I just call it enable call to action. That's my
Exactly.
concept.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would we congratulate them on? Let's say I just put these metrics for
Yeah.
now, like workout minutes,
Hmm.
total workouts done,
Hmm.
streaks maintained,
Yes.
not longest streak. There's all around
Yeah.
workout, calories burned. What else is there? Uh,
Mm,
Let me open the app a bit.
yeah. Could be some nutritional goals as well, because some engaged users will also be tracking nutrition. I'm just checking that
Nutrition,
feature also.
nutrition goal.
They do have weight tracking. this could go both ways, right? If your goal was to
Yeah,
lose weight, you could call that out. I think this could be a conditional one, weight
correct,
loss or something around that. Only for those who aim to
correct,
lose
correct.
their weight.
I'm just putting like around food. I put,
Mm,
I don't know, maybe weight and put
yeah.
this here, and this is like discipline, right? Or, I mean, it's maybe not the. It
Mm,
could be in
yeah,
workout,
yeah,
but the motivation
yeah,
is congratulations. It's like you've done this much. You've done
yeah,
maintained a discipline. You kept some things. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
sure. What do you think?
I think that's a good start. There is a
Yes.
community aspect also, which could
Right.
probably come in the belonging part, which is how well did you participate with your community? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I just
kudos and your
yeah. Maybe this we'll take this out in the
in this section.
okay. Okay, so we'll come back to this, but for now, I think we have some sort of level of how much
Yeah.
they burn. Now, unique insights.
Now, this is the interesting part, right? Like where it's not very obvious. For example, letting them know which was their strongest week or, which days of the year they performed the best in terms of, yeah, workout duration, weights lifted. Each week might make sense. Like this week was your best week. So could be something like that. Could also be something around, what are some of your strengths? If they've been working out for a long time, they develop strengths. There might be certain types of workouts they do better, or certain body parts they can really push harder versus others. So it's something they would know, but it's interesting to be asked that and reveal that.
Should we include the social thingy here? Like, the unique insight could be you're in the top 2% of
Mm.
muscle gained this year.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a segue into the belonging because, yeah,
Yeah,
you let them know that this is how you fare compared to others, and then just give it a
yeah.
name. This could be a segue. The way
Your
I'm
favorite
also
workout. Uh,
favorite
other
workout.
to, other to workout. Yes.
Mm.
There's like, which day or that's how you got it. Yeah.
Then there's this fun question that many workout apps ask on social platforms, which is how much weight have you lifted? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's just a fun thing. If you combine all the weights you lifted over the year,
Yeah.
what or how much have you actually lifted? Have you lifted a blue whale? Have you lifted a 15-story building? It's kind of a congratulations. The unique insight is gamified element of that, like asking them to
Yeah.
guess how much did you cumulatively lift in the entire year? Was it a blue whale, that kind of stuff? So there is, they answer that, and that's an interesting thing. They know, okay, fine. That's the work I've done over the year.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
How much have you lifted last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if there's another way to look at this. What are the unique
Mhm.
insights you can have?
I mean, another type of insight is around recovery for people who work out, like letting them know that when you take a 2-day break versus 3-day break, this is your level of recovery. Any insight around that? You are more likely to be consistent when you take regular breaks or cheat days.
Come back. When you take at least 2 days
Yeah.
between workouts. You're a workout monster. No. Workout freak. Workout ninja. Not workout ninja, but workout jumper.
Mm.
You have done 30, 49 unique workouts, which is more than top 10%, more than 95%
Mhm.
of ladder users. Something like that. Basically, they do a lot of unique workouts and we can have those too. But
Yeah.
I just like put this out here. These are just brainstorm these insights, right? But
Yeah.
if you were to uh, prioritize
Yeah.
um, between these,
Mhm.
how would we use data to prioritize them?
That's
Like
a great
decide between
question.
them. Yeah.
I think there might be some prerequisites. We're just throwing things out there which seem obvious. We need to have good, reliable data on a given insight to include this in the section. That's number one. Number two, is there a reasonable amount of variance
Yeah.
in that data? If it looks the same for everyone, the purpose of a unique insight fails. But if the data really
So
tells me that for some users, start of the month, the workouts are great, but some of the other users, like towards the end of the month, it's great. There's reasonable variation in what the best weeks are for users. That becomes interesting. So yeah, on each one of these, there is variation.
that makes so much sense. I think the variation point is awesome. I think also
Yeah,
coverage. Coverage would be the thing that what
exactly.
percentage of users have actually finished one of these, right? Like I think that would
Yeah,
be maybe the
yeah,
other part similar to the variance bit, but coverage. So I think yeah, you're right.
exactly.
So these two things actually are good enough, right? Just take
Yeah,
an example.
probably
Um,
the third one is like, is it a shareable thing? Like for
hmm,
these are the possible choice set of things to share with the user. For some users, this is great insight to share, but for a user at the bottom percentile, it might not be that exciting to share. So I think in that sense, like the list of these could also be personalized, right? Not everyone needs to see all of these. For example, if
yeah,
there are users which don't particularly have a strong muscle group, then they don't need to be shown this.
yeah. I think the shareable bit is one. I was just also thinking one more parameter called is it useful?
Mhm.
Like did I learn something about myself that I didn't know? Sort
Yeah,
of an input for the goal setting as well, right? You
exactly.
would want to show.
Yeah,
So I think that would be also important that if I walk backwards from the goal of goal setting, or whatever at the end,
yeah.
these things should inform them where am I?
Mhm.
You shouldn't be asking them how much that should be already answered by now. So
Exactly.
maybe
Yeah.
the insight should also show the strengths, but in a way subtly show where they're lacking so that they have something to look forward to improving or progressing.
Yeah. That's a trade-off, right? You want them to
Like,
feel excited, but at the same time, it's also like a feedback. You're also letting them know what their, yeah, that helps the goal setting, but that could make the insight section.
it's
That's I see. No, I think
maybe
it could go both ways.
yeah. It's not about not having something. Like let's assume you're at 10% body fat or 15% body fat,
Mm.
which is not necessarily bad. It's good.
Yeah.
But the goal setting can be okay, can we get to 10% this year?
Yeah.
You're good, but can it become great? Rather
Yeah.
than you don't have anything. And so I would say avoid anything negative. You're right. Like a
Yeah.
rule that should have
Yeah.
avoid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we have some at this point. I think we should start prioritizing what we want to do. Let me see if there's
Mhm.
anything else we need to add here. Let's finish this work framework. Create
Yeah.
belonging.
Mm.
So, is there anything else you want to add here, or it's pretty good?
I think that's good. That's good to get
Okay,
started.
okay, cool. So, create belonging. So, here's where the social connection comes in.
Yeah.
One example was a workout jump,
I
like
think
49 unique workouts, which is
yeah.
95% more than any other ladder user. Should we have that as a social connection? What was an example from the Spotify
Yeah.
that we saw?
Most apps, they're actually creating new terms that you belong to this tribe. You belong
Okay.
to now that tribe could be around any one of those insights, right? Maybe it's around users who have a specific muscle group that is their strength or any one of those. But yeah, it's like you part of, and it's not like you are 10% of the top performers, but there are 10 to 20% of users like you who have similar characteristics and you belong to this tribe. Now, that's something to be thought about for ladder because
Yeah.
they already have tribes inside them, right? You
Correct.
already work with a coach, but throughout an year, you might work with different coaches. So you might
Mm-hmm.
have different tribes. For ladder, it's not so obvious. Just assigning them a new term. Maybe this section for ladder is about offering them unique insights about their tribe, about their community. So you know, this is how your tribe does compared to other tribes or something like that. Yeah.
Think. Oh my God. One sec. Let me refresh. My Whimsical has just crashed. I think it's my art browser. I just need to reshare my screen, I think.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Something is off with my browser. It's
Mm.
really acting up. Should I join back?
Sure.
Can you send me the link? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Who's the other? That's me. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Let's start this. Sorry. Not perfect. Oops, not this one. Oops. I trying to get this and it crashed. Now I think it should be
Is it the
fine.
browser? Is it, if you try on a new browser, maybe
It should be working. You can see my screen?
it's working.
Okay, cool. All right. I think we were just discussing the tribe. Go ahead. I was just going to open
Yeah.
up that.
So as we're seeing here, if you just move forward, you were part of something bigger and basically gave you your community. You're in great company. 3% of global listeners are in your club. These are people who have similar unique insights as you. That's a good feeling as well. You belong to a unique community. That's great because these only 3% users have unique tastes as you.
Sure.
So I'm trying to think what's the equivalent for ladder because
It could
like
be
community,
the. It could be
yeah.
similar in terms of workout types, right?
Mhm.
Maybe some people like a certain types of workout. Some are
Yeah.
into functional strength training, and there might be a group of these. If I want to break down the action structure, you have
Mhm.
cohorts. Within cohorts, you have
Yeah.
workouts. Within
Yeah.
workouts, you have what I call this. It shouldn't be called workouts. It should be workout plan, right? And within
Yeah.
workout
Yeah.
plans, you have like workouts, and these workouts can be targeting a certain goal as well. So I'm just saying that
Mm.
if we group them within the workouts, we have like workout type. I think if you know what I mean, like in runner, you have like long runs, you have tempo runs, easy runs,
Mm.
and stuff like that.
Mm.
And all of these,
Yeah.
you can't just run faster
Yeah.
with a single workout. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, is there like, and then there's some people have preference to train their muscle with functional strength training versus traditional strength training. So
Yeah.
maybe there's a tribe like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just let's call it functional versus traditional, something like that. Or if you have any other interesting
Yeah.
tribes, let me know.
I'm also thinking whether we really need the tribes here because that kind of belonging already exists. I'm also thinking that maybe for ladder, there needs to be a variation of this. One thing, another, which is not the tribe aspect, but is also a part of belonging in a way, is when you hear from your favorite creators, like your favorite artists. The ladder version of that could be a personalized message from your coach, which, like, the coach congratulates you specifically like reiterating your unique insights. So, think of different versions of that video where the coach is actually telling you, these were the best weeks for you. You performed best. This is your strongest muscle group. So, treating the insights and even the congratulations been coming from your coach because I think in the case of ladder, like coach is the representation of the community, right? Because the whole
Yeah.
tribe is around the coach. A personalized message from that coach will create a sense of belonging.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So
could
it's like artists. You can be the top one
yeah.
percent listener. You can be top 1% workout. What is it? Workers. No,
Mm.
basically
Tra-
trainer or whatever that is. Like train top one this coach.
trainee.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
coach or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
student.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, actually that's right. You're right, and that makes sense. I'm just seeing if there's anything else interesting. communities. I think we are probably good. What do you think?
Mm.
Basically, that
Yeah.
belonging, I'm not completely sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also thinking because like that might not be a great value add for something like Lada because that already exists.
Okay.
So I think belonging is great for Spotify because they don't have tribes already
Sure.
existing, right?
Makes sense.
It could be a trimmed down version of belonging where the coach gives you a message, personalized in a way, right? And use AI generated videos where you change certain aspects of those videos, they call out your name and give you some unique insights. And I think that could be easy to do.
But I think I had the idea with the Spotify rap. This was my top 1% or whatever this guy, this whatever video that's loading. Over to
Yeah.
my favorites. So these guys had a general one, but
Yeah.
it was unique to this artist. What I'm trying to get to is that if there are like 20 coaches, and if you
Yeah.
tell I'm the top 1% trainee with this coach, and the next screen is
Yeah.
them talking to you and addressing you with first person without any AI generated stuff, just like saying the thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's good enough. I actually feel like that's
Good
maybe
enough.
more than
Which is
trying to
them
make.
making,
Yeah.
yeah. Which one of the unique insights that a power user will go through many coaches. Like one of the
Mm.
insight is just like this was your favorite coach, right? You were a part of 5 different tribes throughout the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was the tribe where you were most engaged in. This intersects with the belonging aspect because we can tell them how they were engaged. You sent messages in this tribe, you chatted in
Yeah.
this tribe every week, you responded, you encouraged other members. So you were an active participant in this particular tribe. So
Yeah.
they might know, but it's good to be reiterated. And then you get a message from the coach of that tribe. That closes the loop on that belonging and unique insight also.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm.
With 20 times, 30 times with X
Yeah.
in the last year. Makes sense. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So now the last thing is the CTA.
Yeah.
Goal setting is one.
Hmm.
Shareability I'll put here, but it's secondary. Maybe this happens on its own.
Yeah.
Because see,
Also,
the reason I put in the shareability bit is if you see there's a social feature to post their workout,
yeah.
the welcome workout, right? What they do.
Mhm.
So I'm just
Exactly.
maybe there could be a end of the year wall. It's a ladder wall
Yeah.
that people post their stats. So maybe
Yeah.
the secondary goal.
Yeah. Also, I think the UI of the entire app should have share buttons at different points. So the shareability would be CTA throughout the app. In the end, there could be one summarized version.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Now that we have this, say
Yeah.
we should do the goal setting, right?
Yeah,
So should we give an should we?
of course.
Okay.
It will be optional, right? It's
Yeah.
the CTA. You can end the experience and come back to it. There is a button that takes you to the goal setting part.
Mm.
Even without it, it's a complete experience. I was thinking like goal setting could be a set of 4 or 5 onboarding screens where you answer a few questions and you make a mini plan for the next year. The questions are, as you were saying, right? The insight section is setting up these questions. They don't need to be personalized for everyone, but they're on similar themes as the insight section. For example, if we give the insight around body fat, there could be a question around what's your target body fat for 2026?
Yeah, but I think it makes sense that you tie the insight into this. But
Mm.
maybe like it starts off with more longer, like overarching question, like what's your goal for this month year,
Mm. Yeah, of
right?
course.
So that's and then in this we asked them a bunch of questions like, okay, I want to keep my current fitness level,
Mm. Yeah.
improve strength.
Mm.
Don't like I think some stuff.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing you want to improve?
Yeah.
And this is where I think you're saying body fat.
Could be one of those options.
Stay consistent,
Mm. Stay
something.
consistent. Work on multiple muscle groups. Like,
But actually, this is the chance for it to be. We can say that this is personalized for you.
yeah.
So we're saying this is a personalized plan for you,
Yeah.
and these options are customized to them, which
Yeah.
existing will show current body fat as
Hmm.
well.
Yeah.
show
Streak.
streaks, longest streak.
Mm. Yeah.
SSD will bring that back from the thing.
I love this.
Right? Maybe,
Mm.
maybe,
Mm.
maybe we should have a save button when we show these insights. Because in context, it makes more sense to show them. Like add to review or add to resolution. Do you think that makes, or should it be just about?
I was thinking if there is a share experience, like a share button, that
Mhm.
generally always comes with a download or like a
Mm.
save button. Like when you get options to share on different platforms, one of the options is always to download. I think calling out resolution at the start might be too much cognitive
Mm.
load because
Mm. Mm.
you are just going there. And
Yeah.
given that goal setting is not a common thing, this is just a spin we are giving to rap. If you pick any other app, generally goal setting is not there.
Yeah.
My these call
So
outs
then
would be great. Yeah.
that is true, and I think maybe it's a good point. It's a really good point. So then maybe the mini plan also should have like a incentive to get them through this. Should we say that?
Mhm.
Should we say that? Let's support you on a journey for next year. Enter 2026 with
Yeah.
a renewed plan,
Yeah.
and then get
Yeah.
60%. Do you think that
Mm.
next should it just be like this?
My hypothesis is that reflection makes you more likely to set goals. And the whole Spotify
Mm.
experience is
Mm-hmm.
reflection. By the end of Spotify, we all know that completing any rap gets you into a high intent motivated state. And
Right.
Spotify uses that for deeper engagement or acquisition. What we are trying to do for Ladder is channel that energy into goal setting. So I think for the users who are opt into like the goal setting option, they're already very motivated. I don't think they need an incentive if they are opting for
Sure,
this.
sure.
So we could probably try just setting the goals.
Done, done. And then we set the goals and what should be the end? What do you think the end screen should be like? What do you think?
Yeah, I think just, and I'm going back to the new user onboarding, right? Like they ask you a bunch of questions and then they give you a coach. I think it could be very similar, but it could be a more, let's just say, because for a new user, it's a low intent user getting a coach. This has to be a more premium form of coaching, right? It's one of the existing coaches, but they're getting access to a
Yeah.
premium cohort now because they've done
Yeah.
1 year in Ladder and now their goals are much more ambitious. So they're getting premium access to a more personalized form of coaching, which is only there for, selected number of users. So they're getting access to a very different form of tribe which they weren't exposed to earlier in the app. Still has the same ingredients of Ladder, but it is a completely new tribe. And yeah, it's an yearly cohort, let's just say
The only thing that
2026.
it sounds good, but from a practical standpoint, considering we're still the growth team of Ladder, I don't think we'll
Yeah.
get approvals for the effort put into this.
Mhm.
Because the cohort is standard for everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're saying this is personalized and they put them in a generic cohort, then it kind of defeats the purpose.
Mm.
Right?
Mhm.
So I think we should be clear on the limitations as well.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
look, this is for yourself to know your goals and what to improve.
Uh,
And these are the
yeah.
workouts that you should probably do. And these are over the next year.
Yeah.
Keep a copy of this or keep this plan with you. How I think
Mm.
I would write a letter to yourself thinking it's maybe
Yeah.
a work that you do.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hmm.
On the coach bit, though, it is kind of personalized, right? When you do onboarding, you are triaged into a different coach. Yes, this will take more effort, but given that Ladder is a cohort based kind of program, right? Like specific cohort for users coming in from Wrapped. And they could be triaged into 3 or 4 coaches based on different goals, letting the user know that this cohort you're joining
Mm-hmm.
is of users who have completed a year in the app. So they also know that this cohort doesn't include new users. This includes highly motivated users who are setting a goal for the next year.
No, I
I don't
understand.
think it would be so tough to pull it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, I get it. I think we create a similar goal where you show them 4 teams
Yeah.
to join. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
understand.
It's honestly even the workouts or whatever is offered in the cohort remains very similar. What changes are the users who are joining that cohort.
Yeah.
Like what you have been promised, like these are highly motivated users who are setting a goal for 2026 and who've achieved a certain level of progress in 2025. So
Yeah.
that could be really, really motivating.
Okay, makes sense. I
Yeah.
think this covers the whole, I think, story.
Mm. Yeah.
Now comes the prototyping bit. So, are we like, do we have time to do this?
Let's do a quick prototype. Let's
Let's
jump
do
into
it
this.
now.
Yeah. How are you thinking about using all of this? Does this become a giant prompt for whatever tool
Yeah.
we use?
Okay, let's switch into prototyping mode. I'm just like
Okay.
separating these two out.
Hmm.
Here's how I think I'll do it, and I will explain my workflow. First thing is I need to gather context for us to start the prototype. So we
Yeah.
have the call transcript,
Hmm.
this is actually very useful. We have the call transcript in the sense our call, and we have the
Hmm.
screenshots, ladder
Hmm.
screenshots. For this is for the design system, ladder
Yeah.
designs, and then we need to take in some inspiration from Spotify Wrap,
Yeah.
Duolingo, some screenshot of
Hmm. Yeah.
some. So this is the context needed to kick this off.
Right.
Then the tool we use is if the tool we
Yeah.
use would be, and I think I can also put Whimsical. No,
Hmm.
okay. So the tool wise, I think Claude Code would be the best starting point
Hmm.
for,
Okay.
and we can the flow is build build. We can instead of building screen by screen, I would just one shot it and
Yeah.
build
Of course.
and then we will fix screen by screen if we need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's and
Fun.
then at the end we'll do the design update if needed.
Yeah. For sure. And I
Yeah.
think for this prototyping, we can just think about the wrap flow and not think about the exposure in the app because that's also
Yeah.
something to be
Entry
done as a
points, right?
next step.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it show up? Is it a card in the so it's interstitial? All of that shows up in the app. But yeah, here we can just assume user has tapped on it and it's going through an app. So we just start from there.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Great. Great. Okay.
Should I
Claude.
get into it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do
Okay.
Claude.
Oh shit, it's not on this. Wait, it is on this. It's this code.
How will you share the transcript for this?
Let's see. Oh no, I need to add a data pool. I have the transcript running at this point. Should be
Amazing.
okay. Okay. One sec. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm
Mhm.
not used to Cloud Code on web, but it's just the same thing. It's just need to sign up for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done. Mix repositories and create a new. Okay. Okay, cool. Now where are we? Cool. Let's go. Create a new repo. Yeah, shorting this. New repo now. New repo. Let's see. It's so funny seeing this on web.
Mm.
Create a new repository called wrap and make it private. So I think Claude Web needs you to work on
Mm.
a GitHub repository. So I believe
Okay.
that's true, and because I have some other repo that I'm connected to,
Mm.
which I shouldn't
Yeah.
use. So it's created. That's it. I really don't know how to create
Mm.
a GitHub repo, but I just ask it to create it. But
Mm.
have you used Cloud Code before?
No, no.
Okay, you'll see some usefulness. In the meantime, when this is setting up, I will connect my context. For
Yeah.
context, I'm working on Spotify wrap. Here is the call transcript. So now the call transcript is in my Granola, which has been running for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just got this as
Great.
well. Okay, this one is. I'll send this to. Just create a repository. One sec. Private. Usually there's a plan mode and an execution mode in Claude Code.
Mhm.
I can show you an example of what is
Yeah.
running. So this is an example of how I use Claude Code. I run both of them here. This is my personal OS system where I run all of my workflows.
Are you
And
sharing a new screen?
oh shit, okay.
Okay.
You can see this, right?
I see the ladder app.
I think I'll just stick to the other one. I'll share my entire screen.
Yeah.
You see this?
This is a terminal.
That's the Claude Code terminal version. And it's running inside cursor.
Mm.
The three things. I'm working on a wrap prototype for ladder. Here is a meeting transcript that you can use to help me plan this execution. So I just shift to plan mode. When I do that,
Mm.
it's sent the I
Got
sent
it.
the I should be doing this. I should be sending the whole thing, but screw it, right?
Yeah.
It can understand.
But why shouldn't you send the whole thing?
If I switch on context,
Yeah.
the context usage is it you will run out of limits. You basically hit the limits very
Mm.
quickly. So
Okay.
if the project gets very long, then it becomes a little tricky. So
Mm.
that is a problem. So you see, these tokens are what you're optimizing for.
Mm.
And
Right.
the way it works is the LLMs work is that every message that I send, it will take the
Yeah.
input and add it to the context and all the
Yeah.
previous input. So it's like the more longer I write, the more harder it will be to for me to finish the whole thing.
Mm.
But the good thing about
Mhm.
Cloud Code is you can also keep a summary of this. So I have some
Yes.
version. It's like you see this onboarding flow, high fidelity with animations,
Yeah,
mock
please.
data. Yeah, let's do it.
I think you froze.
Yo, sorry, the cafe I'm in has like a 2 hour window in which I can do things.
Oh, okay.
So, right. So it stopped the internet for a bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
too bad.
it's fine.
Token's gone.
It runs on its own. So this is this.
Mm.
Let's see how that's doing because this is easier to finish, but even this is taking its own time. If you want, I can also do Loveable. Just run that.
Wow.
Speed it up, right, for us. Oh, it changed a lot since the last time I came.
Christmas theme going on.
Actually, make it chat mode. Here is the same prompt. Transcript of a
Yeah.
call to build a ladder wrapped prototype. And in fact, I should actually do one more, which is on Claude Chat. Claude Chat also is
Oh,
very
just the
not code.
chat.
I've actually used it for a bunch of examples. Let me also try that.
This would be a great experiment.
Yeah. Here is a
Should we
transcript.
also give, like, I think wrapped, it's okay if you don't give because, I'm sure
Uh-huh.
there is enough context around that.
Uh,
But should we give ladder screenshots or something like that?
yeah, I think maybe in a step-by-step way is what I
Makes sense.
because
Makes sense.
let it focus on the getting the
The
context first
flow.
and then
Yeah.
so what I've realized is like even with like building websites and stuff like that, you need to
Mm.
get the overall structure aligned and then one by one
Mm.
you can focus and like look at this. I just did 120k tokens, so like it's just taking a lot of tokens to get here. At least the workflow that I follow is like one shot and then one by one fix hero change.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, this one's telling me ladder screenshots. What if I have
Yeah.
screenshots? Okay, so
Yeah.
this. So I will open up ladder, which we have from Mobbin.
Perfect.
I'll just select all. Close. We can take something from onboarding, I guess.
Mm.
Copy, no. Download all screens. Correct. I need it. 14 screens downloaded. That should be good enough. Go here. Is this downloaded as zip? Yep. Add files. Downloads. Ladder. Here are the ladder screens.
It's also okay.
Yeah.
Spotify screenshot.
So I can make it into
I think you
screenshots.
had a video, right?
I think it's there still. No, it's not. Yeah. Can I just put the video in? No, that's too much. Bad for it.
Look.
It'll work, but it's like too much. I'm like making it work too hard. Oh my god, this is
Empathy seeking.
yeah, like sometimes really bad. Even this one is doing the same Claude Code thing. Match status
Yeah.
plan, art code, but static,
That
but
could it
US.
realistic.
They're using Opus.
Mm.
Wait, the previous one was myself. That makes sense. This is like using the same thinking that you would have when you build the prototype. But think through these questions before building anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's done too. Ladder design system is done. Now, key patterns for wrap. So, okay, boom. For cloud, no, we're not doing cloud code. You will do it, not cloud code. Should ever thought like this, but it's fine. Let's see what's happening in our code. This one's also done some stuff. It's asking me to approve the plan. Let me read through it for a bit. No, that's if a human does it.
Oh, right.
We'll let it do this. So another lacks urine engagement. This is a problem. Humans, dopamine hit, reveals non-obvious insight, aha moment, leverages close relationships, belonging, and drives commitment. Hypothesis. This is following my experimentation workflow. It creates a summary doc with
Mm.
every experiment, the problem, solution, and
Right.
hypothesis. So
Yeah.
then it's doing this. It's building a prototype now. Okay. So it is this is the to-dos it'll follow to get done. So
Mm.
yeah, it's gonna build. I feel like I should add inspirations, otherwise it's gonna be tricky. This one's building already. In the meantime, let's build context from the Spotify wrapped thingy. Open this up. What screens do we like? Let's add that.
Do you think
Maybe
video is
this.
too much? Video is not effective to
Oh,
share?
it's gonna.
It's like
It's
it's too much tokens, right?
it won't know what to take. Like which
Yeah.
screen do we like? So
Yeah.
we just need screenshots.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
right. So it's easy to just
Makes
give
sense.
screenshots.
This is great.
Yeah.
3%.
I would give the video to get the animation sorted. But I think that's maybe like at
Mm.
the end.
Yeah.
You have enough. Let's build something.
Yes.
Yeah, it does 156
Oh.
workouts, 3 workouts per week on average. Nice. Okay, before I look at it, how do we determine that this is a good prototype or a bad prototype? What are the criteria?
Mm. I mean, basically, we try to look at it from the eyes of a ladder user, right? And if it's something that's getting me
Hmm.
excited and
Yeah.
adding value, that's good
Okay.
enough for a prototype.
So then I think, can you be the ladder user? Like, can you
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
can you role play it? Okay. Like
Let's do that.
you've been a ladder user for a year, worked
Yeah.
out, done a bunch of things, have all the
Yeah.
context, and now you're like, okay, wrapped stuff is
Okay.
happening.
Yeah. I'm going in. All right.
Let's
Let's go. Oh wow, 156 workouts.
and training with purpose.
Right.
Longest streak was 23
Okay.
days. Strongest week was 6 workouts.
Oh wow, March 2012. Like this is probably a screen I'm gonna pause on and I'm gonna think, hey, what happened in
Yeah,
that week? Oh, I just came back from a travel, or like, wow, this was great. I really was motivated that week.
yeah.
Yeah, I love the coffee. Remember something clicked that we remember that energy. It's great coffee.
Mm.
You
No,
dominated back and shoulders. Awesome.
nice.
This was your guru focus area. I love this. Terrible. 64 African elephants.
Nice.
Talk
Okay.
about unique insight.
You train
Coach
with Coach
Maya, you
Maya.
train
Okay, the define is the coach. Is the workout thingy.
tribe. Yeah, yeah,
Teams
yeah.
join the okay.
Hmm. A message from Coach Maya. Text message showed up when it mattered. 23. You're in my top 8%. Let's make 20. I mean,
Nice.
I wouldn't be that impressed with the message.
If it is a
See, yeah.
it would have been nice,
Video
I
would be
guess.
more impactful. I would love for my coach not to just repeat what I've already seen. I love the make 2026 bigger. Love that motivational boost.
Share my wrap. So it's actually there's no CTA. Set your goals.
Mm,
Okay, there's no CTA at the moment. And
yeah.
so maybe in the plan
I
somewhere,
think
I
there's
think I
another,
lost.
there's no, this is the last one. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. It, didn't do goal
so
setting yet.
so it might have actually stopped. Yeah, part of the
Mm,
scope as well. So the great thing is that you
yeah.
voiced out your concerns. And what are we going to do? We are just going to copy paste the same.
Wonderful.
So, right. I'm just going to copy this. Oh, no. It's all right. Give me the last. I have not used this before, but let's see if it works. Okay, does it? Nice. Oh, this
Mm.
is all 10 minutes. Last 100 minutes. Okay, I know what. I'll just copy the whole thing and ask you to take the last 10 minutes. I'm lazy. Can you just read the transcript around very bad English, but the feedback for the prototype that you just made? This should be in the last 10 minutes or so. Okay, so this one will iterate now. So we will now look at what's happening. Claude Code, what are you doing? Oh, it's still going through its thing. Spent 11 minutes doing this. Let's see what happens. I'm still
Mhm.
curious. Now let's see what Loveable is up to. Loveable is still talking to me.
Visual references.
Okay, screenshots. It needs a screenshot.
Yeah.
Take it. All of it. For you. Oh, 10 files. That's yes, 10. 10. I'll also share Spotify wrap screenshots. Okay, so this one's sent. And I will send the desktop and screenshots from here too. Spotify wrap inspiration. This one is still in chat mode, so I think eventually this will also start building very soon.
Mm.
The ladder design system is done. I have the Spotify wrapped as well. I'll send this to get started. Okay, so this one's doing its thing. Let's see what's happening with our wrapped. Yes, fixes to make is make all the updates and also complete the flow until goal setting is done and personalized plan is shown. Should there be a monetization?
I think it'll complicate it a lot for this prototype. Let's just end with goal setting.
Okay, so this one's going through its own thing. This one should be done by now.
Mm.
Why is it? They're updating the Cloud MD file though. Oh, I didn't give it context of the screenshot. I think we're gonna get a very
Oh,
weird thing, but let's see. It's gonna finish soon. Coach Marcus, Coach Lisa, interesting. I think it's built. This is a README file. I can open this. Okay, it's done. No, it's not done yet. It's still going. This one's wait. This one's doing its thing with Lovable up to. Lovable is also implement the plan. Everyone's doing its thing. I think the most amount of time is spent just waiting on these guys to
yeah.
finish. Sometimes it's nice to have a plan and a build mode. So while this one is working to it, I'll work on, let's say, the final screens or the screens next to it. Hard
Hmm.
because obviously you can get distracted by your phone. But now that because you have three tools, I'm not that distracted. But usually I spend
Mm.
a lot of time between tabs because I have to wait.
Yeah.
And it's like a lottery machine, right? I don't know what I'll get. Maybe I'll get a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like right now,
Mm.
it's okay. So this is nothing's changed here, I think. But I think this
Mm.
has a goal setting flow. Africa elephants is good. You had 4 weeks where life got in the way.
You
It was
came
like
back within 3 days. This
push
is
my
not obvious. Something about when you miss a week.
video message coming soon.
Okay, I don't want that.
Let's plan it 2026. Okay, this is nice. Takes 30 seconds based on
Yeah.
your real. Okay, good app.
Okay. Okay.
Full transformation. Fuck that. Okay, so something is off with the. Oh, it's saying suggested also. Your least trained area in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. The current best.
That's good.
Nice. Weekly commitment. Maintain my current pace. Push a little harder. And
Love that.
damn.
Mm.
Awesome. You average 3x a week. Right, where's the button? Oh. Pick a Q1 challenge. Video very stuck. Very cool. Set a metric to chase.
Yeah.
Damn. Not bad,
Mm.
no? Not bad.
No, no. The only thing I would probably change is like share my rap CTA
Yeah, yeah.
before
But there's actually a
that
second
and
city. There's a city here
yeah,
that you can't see.
share
Yeah,
my
I
plan.
don't know. Can't
Okay.
see. I'm gonna click
Okay.
it. It's not going anywhere. I just like say
Yeah.
the last screen. Actually, let's take a screenshot. The buttons is not visible. So this is done. I think this is more or less wrapped. We can obviously improve the font style and everything, but UX wise
Yeah.
it's sorted.
Yeah.
Now let's see what's happening on these guys. It's taking its own time. Let's see what Claude Code has come up with. Still writing. 18 minutes has gone through. Okay,
Wow.
it's done. It's finished. Let's mark this final task as completed. Let's see. Everything is okay. Finally done. All right. So okay. I don't know where this is, but I can find the file. I think this index.html should open this. Oh, I'll open the other web. Okay. In your browser. Okay, it's open. All right. Ready? Your
Yes.
sense. Swipe up animation, by the way.
Okay.
I
We didn't talk about it this time, so I'm really surprised. That's great for
this one has
today's
more
your
context.
longest stream.
Oh, sorry. Let me
Mm.
just refresh this. Yeah, it has a lot more context about me in my Cloud Code, so
Yeah.
it's able to pick that up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh, my discipline, your longest streak was unstoppable.
That's
And,
good. Equivalent to different this many pizzas.
oh, sorry, you're able to see the screen?
Yeah, yeah,
193.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You inspired others. Kudos given. Interesting.
That's good.
Performance. This was when you were unstoppable. Monday and Thursday.
Uh,
Right. Where you're strongest.
were your strongest legs?
Oh, the questions came here. Nice.
That's great. A blue
Was
whale,
it
a school
your
bus.
I knew it. 22 million.
Okay. The match it went off there, but that's what he looked at.
Definitely.
49 unique
Okay.
workouts.
Mhm.
Okay.
Marcus,
Sarah.
yeah.
Who's Sarah?
I'm sorry.
It's been stronger together.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
this
let's.
got.
Okay, this one did it.
Mm,
Try. Also,
yeah.
improve strength, upper body.
It's giving that
Oh,
feedback. Oh, love it.
shows your 2026 coach.
Mm,
Email me this plan. Okay,
yeah.
done. Nice. This is more complete than the other one.
Yeah.
Obviously, from here you can keep
Yeah.
improving the UI.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any feedback that you?
I think copy, etc. can, we can continue iterating on it, like especially the coach feedback and the goal setting flow, like the CTS for that. But yeah, definitely in terms of content, much more richer than what we saw with
Correct.
Claude.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Taken our
Yeah. The
UI.
ladder branding.
Let's see. It literally has ladder. Okay. Let's tap the
Okay.
average ladder. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
on streak.
Mm.
We talk about your best week. It's trying to
Mm.
create the person UI,
Yeah.
but they do
So,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
The tier 1 6 viewers.
Recovery inside.
Interesting. Code setup.
Mm.
So nice. Not bad.
Yeah.
Most dedicated athletes have word
Yeah.
from there's a
Oh, that's
there's
nice.
another video. Oh, nice. Recommended stuff. And then this is record. Another wrap identify. Hmm. I think it's maybe
Amazing.
saw all of it. This one seems less,
Yeah.
but I think they did
I
a
think
decent job. Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. I think each one of these had their strengths. Of course, some had more context than others. But yeah, I think Loveable did a great job with the font and branding. I think Claude and both Claude Code, when they were showing information, it wasn't a static screen. The numbers were
Yeah.
loading in front of you. So they
Oh
got
yeah.
that right. And yeah, I think Claude Code was probably the most complete out of all three. But yeah, I think Lovable really got the branding and the font right. I think I walked through each one of these prototypes
Uh
with
huh.
each one of them having their own strengths.
Yeah.
One meta lesson I'm drawing is it's good to have some parallel prototyping because you may find different insights, and then as a step two, you can combine both to create one prototype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think like I
Yeah.
said, like it's what you're comfortable with in terms of bringing in consistent prototypes. I think
Yeah.
eventually you'll find like a workflow that works for you. And the thing is, because these tools, every day there's something new coming up, or every week there's something new coming up. Could be
Yeah.
Loveable does a good job, but tomorrow suddenly Gemini would say
Yeah.
like, I'm doing best.
Yeah.
Always good
Yeah.
to have a workflow that you can transfer across tools and keep running. Price like
Exactly.
today, like for example, I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised by Lovable because they have
Yeah.
this add haptic feedback triggers for stat reveals. That's
Mm.
insane. So now if I publish this thing, it might actually work on your phone. That's insane. I think
That's
this would
awesome.
be possible on other apps. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, do you think we're ready to take this to leadership?
I think so. And given that we have multiple options, probably we may do a round two, try to combine the correct design branding from Lovable and the completeness of the flow from Claude Code and some of the copy from Claude. But yeah, I think we like probably just one iteration away from pitching this. And yeah, could be pretty easy to build after that as well. Definitely a step function change from just a document or the ideation.
Yeah.
Very informative. So, Sumant, do you want to summarize the workflow that you just demonstrated, which sort of worked across tools? I think that will be super informative.
Yeah, makes sense. So I think what we just did is build a prototype of what we believed was the solution to a problem. In
Yeah.
fact, the most important step to building a prototype is adding context. And
Yeah.
what I found the best way to do it is just do it over a call.
Mm.
We basically discuss the whole thing, and usually there is so many facets to the same thing that we give all that context to the LLM. Maybe a
Yeah.
year ago, it was bad to give too many things. But in fact,
Yeah.
like right now with Opus 4.5 and all these new age LLMs, it's good to give the raw stuff. It
Yeah.
performs much better, at least in my opinion. So I
Yeah.
think the first step to the workflow is to call, like talk through the problem, talk through the solution, add the inspirations, think
Yeah.
through all of the stuff, get into
Yeah.
paste the transcript. That's your first step done. Add
Yeah.
screenshots for the context, but don't do it immediately. First, put the transcript in, ask it to build a plan,
Yeah.
and then once
Right.
the step comes in to add inspirations, add the inspiration
Hmm.
screenshots, both from a branding standpoint and also from a okay, we like this on Spotify Wrapped. Can we reuse this here? These are things you
Hmm.
might have discussed already, so you just need to put them here. At this point, you can assume that think of Cloud or like any of these tools as is basically your teammate who was around, just listening to
Yeah.
the whole conversation. And
Yeah.
then it does a pretty decent job in building a V1. And you can pretty much use the same workflow for all the three tools that we went
Yeah.
through. But
Yeah.
you get a V1, and then the most important step is to talk through the improvements to make in V1 and paste it there.
Yeah.
I think that's just
Yeah.
easiest way to just iterate, and
Yeah.
you'll get something that works. From there,
Yeah.
you can. What we did today was for an app that we are not part of. If you really, really want to, you can create like a design system and then use those design system for any feature prototypes. So essentially, you can get pixel perfect work, almost production grade to showcase to people. Because the biggest problem I see in discussions, I personally faced in discussions, is that eventually it's a show and tell problem statement, right? You
Hmm.
showed
Hmm.
people and the discussion becomes much richer versus
Hmm.
talking about it and people think of their own thing or they get distracted and think their own idea. Like, screw it. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. Nowadays, so many people are building prototypes. You can stand out by making it closer to the
Yeah.
app. It's more
Yeah.
possible now.
Yeah. Wonderful. I learned so many things reflecting on this. One thing I loved is that we didn't dive into prototyping directly. We spent more time building the context than actually iterating on the prototype. I think we just spent 10 minutes going through the actual prototypes, but we spent a lot of time on the whimsical, which I think is an important part of the process. What I learned from this is the live transcripting was definitely a game changer because that reduced the time from the actual call to building it. What I also learned was same workflow, multiple products
Those.
for prototyping because there is an emergent quality in each. You may give general directions, but each will come up with their own solution. You don't know what you don't know, and you learn something new and will just enhance, what the parameters you're working with. The transcripting of the feedback was another value add, which helped improve each individual prototypes. So I
Yeah.
think that's a great framework for prototyping. One question that I had, if somebody was just doing it solo, would you still recommending you know start like a recording and like a live transcript to think through your thoughts as if you were pitching it to someone? What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
It honestly depends on what you're solving for, thinking through it before building, right?
Yes.
Think through better when writing. I
Yeah.
I personally think through better when I talk to someone about a problem, like put it
Yeah.
on top of the problem, and
Yeah.
that's why I think what we did made so much sense. But
Right.
I think if someone can just write down, do well just writing
Mhm.
it down, I think it's
Yeah.
fine as long as you can build that
Yeah.
context. But I think the
Yeah.
most natural thing to do is just speak through it. Yeah, you'll
Someone.
have to find a way to speak to someone, or I don't know,
Yeah.
speak to yourself.
If you can't get your founder on the call, maybe get your designer or another growth
Or
PM on the call.
in that case, I would recommend just like kick it off because
Yeah.
um, you also want to be slightly motivated by the result. Um, I think we are in a unique position where we can build domain context and add our experiences or context that
Yeah.
not a lot of people will have. People who don't have that to just go ahead and
Yeah.
start building and eventually figure
Yeah.
it out.
But the lesson for them would be like build that quick V1, take it to your teammates and get that add
Yeah.
that see their reactions. So it might
Yeah.
be a longer journey, like more iteration needed versus like if you're spending 80% of your time planning, then probably you need less
Yeah.
reps. But yeah, probably they can just get
I
started and then build context using that prototype.
I actually still recommend not doing that because then you'll get slightly
Mm.
generic results, which then
Yeah.
the
Mm.
harder part is actually I think V1s are easy.
Yeah.
And foundations are bad, then it's like very hard for
Yeah.
the LLMs to also learn that you're trying to do something else.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't have the context, then just take one of our
Mm.
let's say a YouTube video of ours, get the transcript,
Yeah.
paste it as context.
Yeah.
That
Right.
people have done this, or maybe
Yeah.
podcasts of some random people. Then
Yeah.
before you do the V1, this, otherwise you end up with a generic one, which is not exactly why you're doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. With prototyping becoming so accessible, the differentiation is how deep you can make the context. And as you said, right, like how can you make it less generic? And yeah, we saw that if you can give it good context, set good goals for it, then it can surprise you. We had some vague idea of like, like let's give a fun insight of like a blue whale
Yeah.
elephant, and it really created a nice scene out of that.
So yeah,
Great.
like I think if you're a visual thinker, it's great for you.
Yeah,
Not, then I think it's a different way to do it. Yeah, this was fun. I think this is the
this was
first
fun.
prototyping session. So
Yeah,
there's
amazing.
so much we can do by just like
Yeah,
doing this next time. Yeah.
exactly. And I'm just thinking, all the conversations we've done, that's like so much context which we could have used for prototyping. This does make it a very long session because we did a session even before this. So all of that also came into it as
Yes.
context. But yeah, definitely that's a great workflow. I learned a lot and super excited to keep trying this workflow on these
100%.
calls.
Yeah, yeah. Let me
Awesome.
know if you use it at a work and like
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
that'll be the
Yeah.
win.
All right, then, Suman. Lots of
Good.
fun. Do you want to share the artifact that Claude creates? Maybe we can share that as well for people to check out
And
when we
I think the
share
love
it.
is already live. We can create the other one.
All right, then.
All
Bye
right.
bye. Talk
I'll see
soon.
you next week. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye.